Well, this week, Doge is bragging about saving $55 billion. But according to analysis from multiple news organizations, that number is wildly inflated.
The Trump administration is making some big and controversial changes, heavily influenced by billionaire Elon Musk. They are working to change how technology is used in the federal government by pushing for more artificial intelligence, reducing the size of government, and making processes more efficient. While these changes could lead to a new way of doing things in the government, they also bring up important legal, ethical, and security issues that are worrying many government workers, privacy supporters, lawmakers, and people involved in national security and intelligence. At the forefront of this information is Thomas Shedd, who used to work as an engineer at Tesla and now leads the General Services Administration's Technology Transformation Services, recently spoke to government technology workers about the administration's plans to expand the use of artificial intelligence throughout the government. He explained that the goal is to apply AI to many government services to improve efficiency and security. During the meeting, Shedd mentioned that the administration wants to make changes to login.gov, a system that people use to access various government services. He stated that they need to modify it to connect with more sensitive databases, including the Social Security system. The purpose, he explained, is to better identify individuals and detect fraud. However, some government employees in the meeting raised concerns. They pointed out that making these changes could be illegal. They worried that altering login.gov to connect with sensitive systems might violate privacy laws or overstep legal boundaries. Many government services handle highly sensitive personal data, and changes to systems like login.gov could impact millions of people. The concerns about these AI expansions are not just about technology, but also about transparency, privacy, and public trust. If the government implements AI in ways that feel intrusive or risky, it could lead to backlash from both the public and legal experts. Employees in the meeting seemed aware of these risks, which is why they flagged the proposed login.gov changes as potentially illegal. AI is already being used in various government functions, such as processing applications, detecting fraud, and improving cybersecurity. However, expanding its use to systems like Social Security requires careful planning, legal oversight, and public trust. If people feel that their data is being used without proper safeguards, it could lead to significant controversy. Shedd's comments suggest that the administration is eager to push AI forward, even if there are legal or ethical concerns. Thomas Shedd further explained that the government wants to use AI to improve its technology in several ways. One major plan is to create AI coding agents that can write software for different government agencies. These AI agents would learn from existing government contracts and help automate more government processes. However, one of the biggest proposed changes involves modifying login.gov. Shedd pointed out that login.gov currently does not have access to personal government records, such as Social Security information. Even though it is a government system, he suggested that the government should find a way to securely connect login.gov with other agencies that do have personal information. This would allow login.gov to better verify identities and detect fraud. He acknowledged that this would be a challenging task, but believed it was important to try. Shedd also emphasized that only an internal government technology team should work on this project. He stated that they could not hire an outside company to handle these changes, meaning the work must be done within the government itself. During the meeting, a government employee raised a serious concern about this plan. They pointed out that the Privacy Act forbids government agencies from sharing personal information without consent. This means that if login.gov were to connect with other government databases, it could potentially violate privacy laws unless individuals specifically agreed to it. The discussion made it clear that while AI and automation could improve government services, they also come with legal and ethical challenges. Changing login.gov in this way might require new legal approvals or public consent to avoid violating existing privacy protections. The rays of critics, Shedd and Musk's supporters in the government, see these changes as a chance to update and make things run more smoothly. But a lot of government workers are not on board. Some believe these moves are trying to turn the federal government into a business, bringing in ideas from Silicon Valley that don't really fit with how the government usually works. One of the biggest points of disagreement is the plan to change login.gov, which is the federal government's system for digital identity and authentication. Right now, more than 50 government agencies, including the Social Security Administration, use login.gov, and it has about 50 million users. Even though it's widely used, people have criticized it for being expensive and having technical problems. Shed wants to connect login.gov with important government databases like Social Security to make identity verification and fraud prevention better. Currently, login.gov doesn't have access to personal information from other agencies, which makes it hard to verify who users are. Shed's idea is to create secure APIs that would let login.gov access this information, improving how it checks identities. However, this plan has raised legal and ethical worries among government workers and security experts. Shed defends Elon Musk's plans. During a meeting with TTS workers, Shed acknowledged that the Privacy Act stops agencies from sharing personal information without getting permission from users. However, he was still determined to move ahead with his plans. He even mentioned that while getting consent would be the best option, the administration should look for ways to work around the law to make the changes happen. The government employees present quickly pointed out the legal issues, calling the idea an illegal one. The Privacy Act of 1974 was created to stop this kind of data sharing without user consent, and trying to get around it would definitely lead to legal problems. Still, Shed was not discouraged, stating that there must be a way out. But this raises the question of how genuine this new AI plan is. Will it have an after effect? Or is Elon Musk doing this for his personal gain? Let's find out. Is Elon Musk after personal gain? Elon Musk's growing power over federal agencies is raising serious worries among government officials, especially those in national defense and security, as well as privacy advocates. Since he took office, Trump has appointed many of Musk's close friends to important government roles, especially in the Office of Personnel Management and the General Services Administration. This has caused major changes, including the closing of several government offices. At the same time, critics, including national security experts, are warning that Musk's team, which is made up of young engineers with little government experience, doesn't have the right security clearances to manage sensitive information. This situation has been compared to a cyber attack because they aren't authorized to access important data, which could lead to serious problems with how sensitive and classified information is handled. One obvious controversial attitude was the recent shutdown of the U.S. Agency for International Development building in Washington, D.C. Employees found themselves locked out of their emails, and the agency's website was taken offline after Musk announced that he and Trump had agreed to close it. Congressional Democrats have promised to fight back against this move, highlighting the drastic changes happening under the new administration's aggressive strategy. As of now, the USAID website is down, except for the Inspector General's page. Musk and his carefully chosen team attempted to get into USAID's personnel files and classified IT systems, which contain sensitive security clearance details about agency workers. However, they were denied access by USAID's security director and his assistant, who were both put on administrative leave right away. Since USAID has historically supported CIA operations, Musk's actions are raising alarms and creating tension within the CIA, which is now at odds with the White House. Reports indicate that the CIA has had to take measures to safeguard its sources and methods, as well as protect ongoing operations globally and ensure the safe extraction of agents in the field. Meanwhile, officials in the intelligence community are on high alert for any potential breaches in case Musk managed to access USAID's classified systems. Furthermore, it seems Musk's supporters are targeting the government's tech workforce. There are claims that TTS and its software division, 18F, are being broken down, with employees being offered deferred resignation options or being pressured into private meetings with unknown advisors. Musk has openly criticized 18F. There was some confusion about the programs linked to 18F, like the IRS's Direct File program, because of a statement made by Musk. The IRS's Direct File program is an important effort to make tax filing easier for people in the U.S. It started as a test in 2024 and lets qualified individuals file their federal income tax returns directly with the IRS for free, so they don't have to use any paid software or tax services. Then 18F is a group of designers, software engineers, strategists, and product managers within the GSA that was created in 2014 by some presidential innovation fellows. They work with federal agencies to improve public services using technology. Their projects include creating and enhancing digital products, updating software development methods, and making internal systems more efficient. One important project that 18F worked on is the Digital Accountability and Transparency Act with the Department of the Treasury. This project was designed to make federal spending data more organized and easier for the public to understand. 18F helped create a prototype to collect and display this data, did research to understand what users need, and offered strategies for buying the right tools to make the project successful. Musk and his secretive team have taken many actions that might break the law, all part of his larger plan to lessen government control over digital systems and hand more responsibilities to private companies. By putting power in the hands of a few tech experts, the administration is speeding up its push for automation and AI management while reducing human supervision. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.